Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And guys, it's been a crazy freaking bull run. Do we even call it a bull run? What do you guys think? But my question of today actually has something to do with that. My question is, do you still believe in crypto? Are you still holding crypto? And will you hold it for a little while? The reason I'm asking is because I've seen so many people in the comment section give up. They have given up all hope. They're like, nope, crypto's not going anywhere. I'm going into stocks. I'm going into this, going into that. And I don't want to convince these people to do anything else. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh, these poor souls. These poor people don't know what they're missing when when crypto goes back into the orbit, which it basically was in for the last couple of months. And I don't know. I just feel as if selling everything and getting out of crypto is the easy way out that I am not willing to take. It's not big enough for me. Pun intended. It's not big enough for me. It doesn't satisfy me. Oh, I'm going really deep with that one. And it just doesn't make me too happy. It doesn't make me happy enough. Let's put it like that. I would just go all the way through, and I don't really get how people don't want to take the risk. Then again, obviously I can think normally where I'm like, yeah, people of course have some responsibilities and they might not want to wait for a couple of years and they might have some other different investments that they might do better. All good. But for me, it just doesn't click. I guess I'm just so convinced crypto will do good that it sounds odd to me that people don't. Then again, I fully respect their decisions and I fully understand. Yet, I just want to quickly make those words available to you. All right. Then a little summary of what happened earlier. We got the news that there's new court schedule has been pulled through, July 15th, 3 p.m. I'm going to be live streaming whatever I can, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to be notified of all of that. And just come back in 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe, the 15th of July. We'll be live streaming everything regarding this hearing, and we'll tell you guys all the additional info that you need to hear, so do not worry about it. And Jeremy Holcomb basically said, my quick take on the rescheduling of a conference on a fully briefed motion is that it is bad for Ripple. If she was satisfied by the briefings, she would have simply ordered the deposition to take place. She might need some more from Ripple if she is to order the deposition, but we'll see. I'm also not sure, guys. All I can do is wait. And, I mean, yeah, it could take place. It could not take place. We don't know. But at least the judge right now is going to intervene, basically, and give us her opinion. And we're going to hear all the facts coming from both sides. And maybe the judge knows her verdict already but wants to hear both sides. Maybe she wants to actually dispel, for example, some of the rumors going around about William Hinman. We don't really know exactly why she's calling a hearing like that. We know exactly the topic that she wants to talk about, but not the intricacies of what she's going to talk about. And of course, Ripple and the SEC sides have most likely gotten the appropriate letters of exactly what they're going to be talking about and all of that, but we don't as the public. Then I'm going to quickly have to come back on this one, guys. The 30,000 XRP BuyBit competition. There's just a couple of days before it's going to start. It is going to start the 19th, so you just have a couple of days to sign up. If you are already using BuyBit, you can actually make a new account. Just press the register button. It's going to be, you're going to be in there. This is the only XRP competition that's out there on BuyBit, and it's freaking 30,000 XRP. It's 30,000 XRP. Make sure you make a new account, or if you're already registered with my link, which you can see by asking the support, all you have to do is just press register now still, I believe, right? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe you don't even, I think you do have to press still register. If you're logged in though, I think if you just press the button, it will go automatically. But because I'm on a sub account right now, if you have more than one account, you can have sub accounts. I don't think you can register. And maybe because it's my own competition, I might not be able to enter. I haven't actually tried that. I'm not sure if I can. Hypothetically speaking, it would be pretty fun if I can enter my own competition. But just check it out. If you already had an account under me, though, you still have to register for the competition specifically. Make sure you do that. Make sure you don't forget. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. All you need is 300 XRP in your balance because you, of course, need some money to trade with as well, potentially, if you want to. But it doesn't cost anything. You understand this. It doesn't cost you anything to try it out. There's no loss to it. If you don't like trading, don't do it. But, I mean, yeah, I can't. Whatever. Let's stick with it. like that. Then talking about the price is still looking good. We had a little bit of a breakdown just now on the hourly chart. You can see here that XP fell down just a little bit again. Make sure you understand that even if prices fall down, you can still make money. You can still win, right? Just quickly saying that. And about the XP to BTC pair, this is actually one of the only points where I've been like, what's going on? Because Bitcoin right now is actually doing a little bit better than XRP is, but that's after Bitcoin broke out to the downside just a little bit, as you can see here over a daily. It broke down yesterday, or basically a couple of hours ago, and right now is actually building there. Not looking too good, not too happy with that. Then again, who knows exactly what's going to entail, right? I mean, theoretically speaking, we could still continue changing up this little triangle piece by piece until it doesn't fit no more. For right now, though, this is the triangle which we drew, and this is the one we broke out from. Once more, not the end of the world. We can keep adjusting it until we make a lower low, which we're not getting too close to. We still have about $1,000 of room to go, but I'm going to sleep in a couple of hours here, so I'm not sure. Maybe things are going to change really shortly. On XP to BTC, again, we are hitting kind of the boundary. Debatable, not looking too beautiful, not looking too bad. I mean, it's still making higher lows. That's basically the pattern. So in the end of things, it doesn't actually matter too much. One fun thing here is actually a little thread over on TradingView. This guy's basically explaining how 90% of the people lose 90% of the money in the first 90 days of trading. It's the truth. If you don't know what you're doing, you're basically playing into the rich people game. And the rich people game is basically you, as a retail trader, are giving your money away to those guys, which is called smart money. Those guys know what they're doing. Those guys don't do it part-time. Those guys know what they're doing and they're trying to take your money all day long. And that's, in this specific scenario here, also what he's kind of warning you for. Don't think you can do everything just because you've tried it out for a little bit. There's thousands of people whose sole job it is to make you lose your money. So the odds are always stacked against you in a certain perspective. Make sure you understand that. Then again, I still believe there's a lot of money to be made. A couple of my friends have become extremely wealthy off of trading. It's possible. But don't think it's an easy thing. Don't think about it too lightly, like, oh, just quickly do that. In this specific scenario, like a competition or so, you can be lucky. In this specific sense, if the profit and loss is what matters, you can sometimes, for example, put up one trade. If that goes really well, you might literally win the competition. That does not mean you're the most perfect trader out there and that you'll always make money trading. Trading is a risky thing, all right? I'll keep telling you guys that, and for always, I will never deny that. It's a risky thing, and I cannot really recommend everybody to do it, depending on the circumstance, of course. And, of course, what your risk profile is, how good you are with managing your risk, and how dedicated you are to learning the craft. All right, then King Solomon posted, people complaining about the potential flare delays make me laugh. Ethereum 2.0 has been delayed for years. Cardano, well, every time Bitcoin gets a utility proposal, it forks, on and on and on. This is not completely true, but his idea, however, deserves a little bit of attention, which is basically that if Flare, which is free money, gets delayed a little bit, why would we complain about that? They're fixing security issues. Why would we complain? Who cares about when exactly you get the Flare? Just so you can sell a little bit quicker, or what? So you can utilize the platform just a little bit quicker? What are those days going to matter for you? Nothing. It's not really a big deal because everybody has the same type of thing. You know, it's not like some people have early access or so. No, it's about when the mainnet launches, which it might take a long time, might not. Who knows? Supposedly it's going to happen before the end of July, but within 7 days here, it's been said, the founder's going to give us an update. Imminent updates from Flare Networks in the next 7 days with a big surprise coming. Read the full interview here. I don't want to. I don't really care. We just know that Hugo has said, regarding distribution and preparations for launch, we will put out an update in the next 7 days. And so I think things are still on schedule because it's been said that it's a big surprise and a good thing. So I'm excited and I'm watching. Then Flare Community posted, BitBoy has been interested in XRP for all of 5 minutes, based on what his inside sources say about Ripple. I'm not sure why members of the community give his opinion so much weight. He has a big following, but knows nothing in comparison to legends you already follow. Yes and no. From a certain perspective, I believe that BitBoy is a really bad influence because he gives information that's really, kind of old, not really the full picture. And so for XRP members, it's not that good stuff. From a different perspective, he has a big following, and so he's getting a lot of people from other communities over into XRP, which, more heads the merrier, right? So two sides. You might ask, why are people giving his opinion so much weight? Well, because he's the biggest, I believe, or maybe one of the biggest, crypto influencers in the world. So whatever he says, millions of people will see it. Millions of people will know about it. So of course, every opinion that he gives out matters, logically speaking. So why does the XP community give so much of an F about it? Well, because if he's spreading misinformation or stupid stuff, then that's going to hurt us ultimately. So obviously that's the reason. At least that's my thought process. He's doing a good job, though. He's not saying anything extremely negative, not saying anything extremely crazy. So I'm always sticking with him until I guess he goes rogue. Then Rated M Lifestyle posted, holy smokes, Google just basically partnered with Ripple. Yes and no. Google to roll out fintech services in Japan. That's pretty interesting. And Google is actually buying, or let's see here, U.S. tech major acquisition of cashless payment startup heralds more competition. Google is making a foray into financial services in Japan by acquiring a cashless payment company for between 20 billion and 30 billion yen, or 180 to 270 million dollars. Nikkei has learned. Google is in negotiations to buy all shares in a Pring, a Tokyo all the shares in Pring, a Tokyo-based cashless payment and settlement startup owned by Mizuho Bank and other investors. Google hopes to be able to offer fintech services such as payments and transfers in Japan next year, following launches in the US and India. And then again, what we saw before 5 years ago already, damn. Mizuho partners with Ripple for cross-currency settlements, and since Google bought that, bada boom, bada bing. Theoretically speaking, Google got into a partnership with Ripple then, right? So, yeah, no, not actually, if you think about it, because Mizuho is working with Ripple, and Mizuho owns this company. It's owned by Mizuho, this company that Google is buying. So Google is in an indirect partnership because a company that Google owns is in a partnership with Ripple. That's basically how it works. But then again, for the purpose that they're making it, though, it is pretty interesting. Unless there's something not truthful to it, but I believe this is the truth. It looks pretty damn legit. Looks pretty damn cool. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah, I guess, yes, I'm actually really a lot more excited about that than I made it seem just now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Google in some way, shape, or form isn't. I'll retweet that even. I'll share it with you guys. Okay, Asia's liquid exchange adds USDC on Stellar as global stablecoin demand jumps. I actually referred to this specific article in one of my videos, or maybe live stream from earlier today. Some of the guys actually ask me if a stablecoin would be good or bad, and I keep telling them it's actually only good. Why? Because if Ripple were to make a stablecoin, you bet your ass that they'd do that because there's a part where stablecoin is necessary and XP can be utilized. And if they won't do it, another company would do it. And if Ripple does it, they still at least remain in kind of this loop of RippleNet, which basically means that at one point or another, they can still let them use in some way, shape, or form XRP. So you'd rather keep things, within your company. From the same perspective, Stellar has this USDC realm based upon it. And you can't really convince me that having a stablecoin on your platform, and thus a lot of people utilizing it, is actually a bad thing, right? USDC basically switched over from Ethereum mostly to Stellar. At least a lot of it is done over on Stellar. Same thing for USDT, mostly going over Tron nowadays. Well, if you think about it, it's not really a bad thing for the projects underneath, right? You can say, oh, yeah, if they didn't have a stablecoin that used Stellar. No, if Stellar didn't host a stablecoin, they wouldn't have used Stellar for anything in that specific stablecoin regard, because another platform would have most likely done it. And from that perspective too, if there's a Ripple/XRP stablecoin coming, most likely it's going to be for a purpose that XRP couldn't have done. So I think it's a positive thing. And then we saw this article, Satoshi era Bitcoin wallet activated containing 26 million in Bitcoin. A Bitcoin wallet has woken up after almost 10 years of staying inactive. And a fun thing is, Sailor, for example, has bought billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, but the media doesn't really cover it too much, specifically mainstream media. Somebody moved, not even sold 1% of that amount, just 1% of those billions of dollars. Main headline, bada boom, bada bing. Bitcoin is dead. Satoshi era wallet activated to destroy a decade of gains. This is pretty fun, right? And actually, it's a little bit of a 50-50. Why? Well, hear me out. So from one perspective, this guy is right, saying Michael Saylor's activities get reported regularly. True. But from a different perspective, I believe that Michael Saylor's activities are actually really kind of in the bottom in comparison to these types of huge whale transfers or Satoshi era type of transfers. And very often, these things get paired with very negative articles saying huge dump or huge blah, blah, blah incoming, or, just a negative narrative basically where it's not necessary. It's like, it's just overdue. Then again, is this a stupid article? No, because this wallet did wake up and it did happen. Can you do anything with this information? No, not really. I mean, what is this going to do for you? Nothing. And has this been far outweighed in terms of pros and cons by the billions that have been bought and all the institutions getting this? So yes. So if some of these old wallets were to sell even, would that be a bad thing? No, nobody cares. It's about what new people buy into it. What old people stay doesn't actually matter. It's just kind of a mind thing for, again, the dumb money, which we earlier referred to. Any other things the institutions are going to keep buying regardless of what happens. You might worry yourself with all this stuff. No, not worth your time. Not worth your time. Guys, big money is coming in. Big money wants to get you out, wants to make money on you. As we explained before, dumb money moves into smart money. There's a longer theory behind it, but this is the easy way to see it. So whenever you see these rich guys or these big guys tell you something, or you see news articles in some way, shape, or form, you better understand that that might be coming from somewhere up higher where they don't want you to make money. Because if you make money, they don't make it. So yeah, think about that for a little second. If you make the money, they don't make it. And so they'd rather make you lose it in some way, shape, or form. That could be by spreading fake news, which, again, I cannot confirm. But that could also be by manipulating the market in a certain way where you are more likely to lose your money than they are. And that could be because of the psychology side of things. Those institutions, they have numbers to work with. You have a mind to work with. And let's stick with that story for right now. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. I'm going to still recommend you guys to check out the competition, though.